Hi, welcome to my channel. This is a new channel, completely new channel. Never done Facebook, never done YouTube before. But I thought I'd put this channel together because I have had a life-changing event that's taken place, and I feel that it's very much a relatable thing going on. So let me give a bit of a background as to, kind of who I am. So my name is Emily. I am a 50+ lady living in the UK. I have a daughter that's I want to say 31, but I think she's 32 years old, and I've got a grandson who's 9, and a partner as well, who I've been with for some period of time. Our life has been, pretty good, to me in my latter years. I would say in my first years, from the age of 18 up to a certain age, things weren't so great. However, when I got to late 20s up until now, things have been, well, I've been pretty okay. I started working for a company at the age of 29, been able to work for a decent, a good company, has allowed me to, as a single mum at the time, allowed me to purchase a home through mortgage, and has allowed me to lived there for 17 years, sold that property, and then bought another property, which I currently sit in today. So, it's been pretty good to me, I'm not going to lie. We've had nice holidays, and, things have been, pretty smooth. Smooth is the word I'm going to use. I used to, and then, as all companies do, and especially big companies, they go through restructures. They change the direction in regards to how they want to move the business and so on and so forth. And with those restructures, there's an element of movement with regards to resource. And it's not the first time that I've gone through this restructuring process where you get the phone call or the meeting that says this company's going to, we're restructuring, and this is what it's going to look like, this is what it looks like now, this is what it's going to look like in the future, and this could be potential impacts and what the impacts are going to be, and so on and so forth. This is the third time for me that I've gone through a restructure where you go through filling in forms, kind of detailing what it is that you do and what it is that you can continue to bring to the business, and so on and so forth. And then you get scored. It's a scoring system. You get scored, and then on the back of scoring, it's then took to moderation, and they then decide whether you're still fit for the role or not. Now, I've worked for this company for 21 years. 21 years and a few months. It was 21 years last November 2025. We're now in 2026. We're actually in April 2026. Now, 7 weeks ago, that meeting took place where it said, we're going through a restructure. And the level grade that I'm in is being slashed by 50%. 50%, which is phenomenal. And so you start going through group consultations, and then you go through individual consultations, and then you get your outcome. And I had my outcome this morning. And I've just been made redundant. 21 years plus a few months. And I've just been made redundant. And I'm sitting here now thinking to myself, what on earth do I do now? What does the next 3 months look like? The next 12 months looks like? The next 3 years look like? What on earth am I going to do? Now, there's the added element of that. Obviously, I've had 7 weeks of knowing this. And so in that time, I have sourced work elsewhere, sent out CVs. And it's been 7 weeks, and I must admit I've only done it 3 times, where I've just tried to, look externally to see, just to, put your rod in the pool and see if you get a bite, kind of, It's been 21 years since I've had to look for a role outside of the company which I was in. And the landscape has, certainly changed. That's exceptionally daunting when you haven't had to look for work for such a long period of time, and we're now in an era where AI is taking over a lot of the roles, so they're not needed. The change from after the pandemic with regards to working from home, the landscape has certainly changed. And so yes, I've gone for 3 roles, all 3 more than able to do. Certainly got transferable skills, and yet I didn't even get an interview. Didn't even get past the sieving process. It was a thanks but no thanks. So I'm sat here now today, just being told that I'm being made redundant. And I've put me rod in the pool. Didn't get a bite for roles that I could do with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back. And so I'm now daunted. I'm absolutely daunted as to how do I now put my next foot forward? And I'm scared. You sit there, don't you? And you're like going, no, I'll be all right. I've done 21 years. I can do the job that I do. My hands tied behind my back. I'm fine. I'll be all right. I'm going to be told that you're not all right. In actual fact, that you're far from all right. You're actually out the door. After 21 years. 21 years. It's shocking. And I don't know what to do myself. I'm close to tears, but at the same token, I'm not. I'm hollow. I'm concerned. I'm worried. I've just bought a new house. Literally a year ago, moved into a brand new build house. And it's there going, do you foresee in the future that you're going to lose your role? Yes or no? And of course I've ticked no. 21 years working for a company, why would I tick yes? Of course I'm going to tick no. And 12 months later, here I am, where I probably should have ticked yes. Now, it comes with a redundancy package. I'm not going to, sugarcoat it. It does. It's not anything great, by no stretch of the imagination. But it'll help, you know, it'll give me 3-4 months to figure it out. But I don't even have a clue as to what it is I'd even want to do. I've done the same thing for so many years that I actually don't even know. If you said to me, Emily, okay, then so what is it that you want to do with your life now? I don't know. I actually don't know. Do I want to go back into the role that I was doing before, which was to do with projects and delivering projects within logistics? That was my role. And the answer is probably no. I probably don't want to do it anymore. I've done it for so many years. And it is rinse and repeat. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, the projects are slightly different, the challenges are slightly different, the people you work with are slightly different. But, you know, the fundamentals of landing a project is very much the same, you know. You do, you know, risk logs, action logs, business plans, business cases, profits, outcomes, adoption, implementation. It's very much the same thing, you know, it's a different project, but the actual step-by-steps are very much the same. And I've done it for so many years now that I don't really want to do it anymore. So with that said, I kind of feel that maybe being made redundant probably isn't a bad thing, because I don't want to do it anymore anyway. But it's what do I do myself now? What does a 50-plus-year-old woman do for herself now? Especially in the UK. I watch these YouTube videos where people are drifting and reselling. That doesn't really fit in the UK. In America, it's probably great, and other countries, but in the UK, it's not so great. And the government at the moment is, you know, is fleecing every penny off you in taxes, as much as they possibly can. I mean, they are squeezing. So that's not helpful. I don't really have any skills outside of what I've already said in regards to the role that I did before. Well, that's probably a bit of a lie, but I don't know. Probably I have. I don't know. I'd have to, you know. But I need to rethink this. I've got to rethink my life. At 50 plus, I've got to rethink my life. And I am scared. So, anyway, this is recording 1 or video 1 or whatever it is that gets used. I look an absolute mess today. This is just not what she normally looks like. So you see me probably at my worst. So it can only get better from here. Hopefully. But yeah. What does Emily do? Where does she go from here? I feel like I'm going to document my journey. Warts and all. The good, the bad, and the damn well ugly. And hopefully you guys can give me some tips, tricks, support. Yeah. Emily signing out. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening to me rant. I haven't got a clue, but thanks for listening. Please do join again next time. Thanks.